So, good news. We have new Dolby Vision content coming with Dolby Vision 2. So, Dolby Vision 2 was announced, I believe, yesterday, and we're going to get right into it. But for those of you that don't know what Dolby Vision is, I'm pretty sure most of you watching this know that Dolby Vision is a form of dynamic tone mapping. So, you find those mainly on TVs, but now they're on, lifestyle projectors. They're on, Hisense projectors, different projectors. Your big box projectors like JVC, Sony, and Epson, they're not going to have Dolby Vision just because they can't get to the brightness that's required for Dolby Vision. But let's talk about Dolby Vision 2 because it's exciting. So let me go ahead and share this here. Dolby Vision 2 promises clearer and brighter TV. So this is extremetech.com. So on Tuesday, Dolby Laboratories announced Dolby Vision 2, a new TV standard with a new image engine to match. The latest iteration of the 11-year Dolby Vision standard will reportedly allow modern TVs to produce brighter, sharper, and more colorful scenes. Among the fresh features are precision black and light sense, which can improve picture clarity and make darker scenes easier to see. Precision black helps to mitigate complaints about modern TV images being too dark, while light sense adjusts the picture based on the amount of light in the room. Sports and gaming are also set to get improved white balance and motion options for smoother visuals. Dolby considers all of these features as part of its content intelligence umbrella, which is designed to display content in such a way that closely matches the creator's original intent. So, sounds like we're getting some type of ambient light sensing thing. So this is kind of already a thing on like Dolby Vision, one of the flavors of Dolby Vision, but looks like we're going to be getting some updated stuff. And it's also supposed to have AI in it. So everything is going AI now. Most of the AI stuff that I've seen though hasn't been very good, at least on projectors. So if you're a home theater enthusiast and you're watching this and you're wondering what is this going to do for projector, maybe if you have like an HD Fury where you can get that, Dolby Vision container, or that it can send a Dolby Vision signal in an HDR10 container to your HDR10 or HDR10 Plus projector. But if you have something, like a lifestyle projector or a short throw projector, those AI features usually are pretty good, at least that I've seen. I don't like it. I always turn that stuff off. I don't use it. I'll turn it on for the review so you can see, but I'm not a huge fan of it. So Dolby Vision 2 is split into two categories. Dolby Vision 2 Max for high-end televisions, which adds extra premium functionalities, and a standard version of mainstream TVs, which will offer core content intelligence upgrades. Hisense will be the first to boast Dolby Vision 2 within its lineup, with new RGB mini LED TVs powered by the MediaTek Pentonic 800 chip and MirrorVision Pro PQ engine. Hisense hasn't yet announced when these devices will be available. Canal Plus, one of France's leading media companies, is the first to add Dolby Vision 2 to its content, which includes movies, TV shows, and live sports. So, not sure if this is going to come to streaming services here in the US, but I'm sure at some point it's going to trickle down. So if we take a look at Hisense's flagship, so I have the Hisense 65-inch U8 mini LED QLED in my bedroom, and I have the U7 last year's version in my living room. I'm going to hope that the newer TVs, 2025, I'm going to hope that these TVs were built with Dolby Vision 2 in mind. I don't know yet, but you can see what this supports. It supports HDR10 Plus, Dolby Vision IQ, IMAX Enhanced, 5000 nits. So I'm going to assume, at least if any of the TVs are going to be upgraded, I'm going to assume it's going to be at the very least the 2025 models. They should be more than capable of handling Dolby Vision 2, whatever that is. I don't know what the bandwidth on that is, but I'm going to assume that these TVs probably can get updated, whether it has to do something with they're capable, but licensing, like there needs to be like new licensing since it's new technology. I could see Dolby doing that to where, hey, yeah, these TVs are absolutely capable of supporting Dolby Vision 2, but because it's new technology and money and licensing and contracts, maybe they'll only be available on 2026 TVs or something like that. I don't know. So what does that mean for content? So we know we have Blu-rays, 4K Blu-rays. We have Kaleidoscape that has a Dolby Vision player now that you can get, standalone player. You can get Dolby Vision on streaming, Disney Plus. I think Amazon Prime has it, but all these different streaming services. Obviously, with streaming services, there's going to be bandwidth limitations, but I think they've come pretty far. I think it's easier I think there's less compression on video than there is on audio versus Dolby Atmos. But the question is, are we going to have to get new discs? So are the current discs that they use, the dual layer and single layer, Blu-rays, the BDXL disc, are those going to be able to support the bandwidth for, the bit rates for Dolby Vision 2? Are we going to have to get new players? Are we going to have to get all brand new TVs? Because right now it's only Hisense. So again, if you have a 2025 Hisense TV, don't quote me on this, but I'm going to assume that maybe, just maybe, those will be capable of being updated. I'm almost certain that the hardware can support Dolby Vision 2, but whether it's going to come down to licensing and new tech, that's where it starts to get murky. But are we going to have to get new Blu Ray players? Because there aren't very many people or companies making Blu Ray players anymore. Oppo used to be the flagship, the cream of the crop. They stopped making Blu Ray players. It's probably been, 3-4 years now, if not longer. Panasonic, I don't think, is making Blu Ray players anymore. Sony has come out with a new one, I think, this year or last year, but it's not anything groundbreaking. Like, not really very many new features. Who else? Pioneer, I think they stopped making Blu Ray players. So there's only a couple people that are making Blu Ray players right now. But the biggest one that's still making it is going to be Magnetar. And that's exciting because Magnetar also just announced some new Blu Ray players. So let's talk about that. So Magnetar just announced yesterday also brand new Mark II versions of their flagship players. So you have the UDP 800 and the UDP 900 that was previously on the market that you could buy. I reviewed the UDP 800 on my channel, but they just announced the UDP 800 Mark II and the UDP 900 Mark II, which you see here. So these are the new players, and we have, so this is the UDP 900. They look exactly the same, so I'm going to assume that the chassis is exactly the same, but there's some new stuff that they're doing on the inside. Got another picture here of the UDP 900, so we'll go back to these players. So on the left you have your UDP 800 Mark II, and on the right you have the UDP 900 Mark II. So let's see what's different with the specs here. So I'm going to make this bigger. So for the UDP 800, the UDP 800 Mark II builds upon the award-winning pedigree of Magnetar's universal disc players, delivering uncompromising performance for both music and cinema enthusiasts. At the heart of the UDP 800 Mark II is Magnetar's proprietary award-winning intelligent video image processing engine designed to reveal every nuance of your favorite films. This advanced processing system produces an image that is both cinematic and precise, with deeper contrast, true color accuracy, and exceptional motion handling. An upgraded TMDS retiming function ensures the highest quality HDMI outputs, safeguarding signal integrity against jitter while increasing load carrying capacity for the most demanding displays and projectors. So the UDP 800 Mark II's newly designed 2.0 audio boards are a complete reimagining of analog sound delivery. 7 precision OPA 1602 operational amplifiers work in harmony to provide cleaner signal paths, more accurate sound reproduction, and significantly reduced distortion. Beneath its robust chassis, the UDP 800 Mark II features upgraded copper core internal wiring for enhanced conductivity and signal stability, while all PCB connectors have been replaced with premium JST and Amphenol components for long-term reliability. The optimized USB 3.0 hub now features a redesigned power supply for increased stability and performance with connected drives and DACs. So this is going to support Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, DTS:X, 4K Ultra HD, Blu Ray 3D, DLNA, HDR10 Plus, Super Audio, and HDMI. And then for the UDP 900 Mark II, we have newly designed audio processing architecture built around the dual ESS 9038 Pro DACs, renowned for the ultra-low noise, exceptional dynamic range, and razor-sharp detail retrieval. A dedicated HDMI audio port with TMDS retiming preserves digital purity by reducing jitter and optimizing signal integrity even across long cable runs. With advanced USB audio playback up to 768 kHz PCM and 512 DSD, the UDP 900 Mark II ensures music reproduction that is natural, spacious, and accurate as the original performance. So there's also a redesigned USB 3.0 system that features isolated power and dedicated hub chip for maximum stability and compatibility with high-performance DACs and storage devices. We've got expanded network functionality and room-ready capability that gives installers and enthusiasts the flexibility to manage vast digital libraries with uncompromising quality. So it sounds like these new players are going to be more powerful than the previous versions. I think they're really focusing a lot on file playback. So these are supposed to be like a universal player. So you get your 4K Blu-ray, your discs, but then you're also supposed to be able to play all of your content back on, DLNA over your network. If you have a NAS, you have all of your movies ripped, stored. You should be able to play that. And then, USB playback. So if you have a bunch of hard drives, maybe you want some really quick access, you don't want to do it over the network, you can plug up to the USB, or I'm sure you could probably plug up a NAS to this thing too, and it'll probably read it. But I'm supposed to get one. I don't know which one yet. I'm going to try to get the 900 Mark II, but I am supposed to get one on the channel after CEDIA, sometime after CEDIA. Unfortunately, I won't be at CEDIA this year. But yeah, so Dolby Vision 2, and I'm hoping that these new players, these new Magnetar UDP 800 and 900 Mark II, I'm going to assume that the announcement of these players and the announcement of Dolby Vision 2 is not a coincidence. I'm going to assume that these are going to be powerful enough to support Dolby Vision 2. So if you want to check out Dolby Vision 2, these are basically they're very, very similar to Oppo players. Again, I reviewed the 800 on my channel, and it's almost basically an Oppo player, but a little bit different. Like, the user interface looks exactly the same, the settings look exactly the same, so it's clear that the same people who made Oppo also worked on these as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens with these new players, whether they're going to be able to support Dolby Vision 2, but I'm going to assume that they are. So what are your guys' thoughts on Dolby Vision 2? Are you excited about Dolby Vision 2? Do you think that this is going to mean that we're going to have to get all new equipment? We're going to have to get new Blu-ray players, new projectors, new TVs, new Blu-rays? Are the current Blu-rays that we have now, are they going to be able to support the bitrate and bandwidth for Dolby Vision 2? What are your thoughts on AI being used with Dolby Vision too. And what are your thoughts on the new Magnetar players? Are you excited? Let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.